Hey, it's Curt Runger from Attorney Mentors, and I equip newly licensed attorneys with the knowledge and skills they need to start their own successful solo law practice straight out of law school. I wanted to hop on Facebook Live real quick and tell you about a conversation that I had with an old law school classmate of mine who I ran into this morning in court, and we were kind of catching up. Hadn't seen him for a while, talking about how our law practices were doing. And he made a comment to me, wow, it's so cool. I'm so impressed that you were able to go out of law school and start your own solo law practice just immediately. How'd you do it? How were you able to do that? And I just kind of said something to him along the lines of, well, it takes a lot of work and it takes time, and just kind of gave him a canned answer because I had somewhere to be. But when I left and came back home to check on my dog, I was thinking about it in my head, like how was I able to do that? And what are some of the key components that enable people to successfully do that? Of course, you can talk about getting cases and clients and marketing and all of that, but really at its core, there are three things that every newly licensed attorney who wants to start their own solo law practice needs to understand to do in order to successfully make it. The first thing is find an office space, find a geographic location, find a place where you want to be and stay there. Don't be a transient. Don't be one of these lawyers who bounces around from office to office, from location to location. It shows a lack of stability amongst your clients. It shows a lack of stability amongst the bar, and you shouldn't do it. You should avoid it. You should find a good location, know where you want to plant your roots, and stay there if at all possible. The second thing you need to do, and this is something that an attorney told me many, many years ago, show up to work every day. That seems so basic of a concept, but show up to work every single day and just work, work regular hours. Be there, be present, show up, be reliable. It's amazing how many lawyers aren't who own their own solo law practices. You get a lot of flexibility when you're your own boss, and that presents a lot of opportunities for you to be out doing different things, not at the office, not fielding new calls. If you show up every day and you work your job like a normal person would be required to do who worked for an employer, it's going to take you far because people are going to know that you're dependable. You're always going to be there to answer their questions. You're always going to be there to field new clients. So that's thing number two. Just show up and work. It's incredible how many people don't do it, and it'll serve you very well to do that and do that early on. The third thing that everyone needs to do in order to be successful when they're starting their own solo law practice is return new client calls. Return new client calls. Again, it is totally mind-boggling to me how many people I talk to on a daily basis who say, well, you're the fourth or fifth lawyer that I've called, and no one called me back. I couldn't get anybody on the phone. We as attorneys spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a monthly basis marketing to these prospects through various different marketing mediums, and they're calling around every single day and their phone calls aren't being returned. You've got to call your prospects back immediately. I don't care if you're going to go into a meeting and you've got a consultation that starts at 1 o'clock and a new call comes in. You come in like 5 minutes before your meeting and your meeting's going to take 30 minutes to 45 minutes. What I'll do a lot of times is pick up the phone, call the prospect back, say, hey, this is Curt Runger. I just want to return your call. I know that, you've got a legal situation that's going on. I know this is very important to you. I want to talk a little bit later, but I just wanted to reach out to you, let you know I got your call, and I'm going to call you back, at a time that's convenient for you later this afternoon. That's a great trick. And you know what? Once you make that initial call back, even if it's just to tell them that you're going to call them back later, guess what they stop doing? They stopped going through Google. They stopped trying to look for other people to call because they've actually gotten somebody to call them back. So again, it's flabbergasting how many people actually do not do this, and it's such a waste of your marketing dollars to not be Johnny on the spot and to not get these calls returned ASAP. So to recap, 3 quick tips. Number 1, pick a location and stay there. Number 2, show up to work every day. And number 3, call your new prospects back as soon as you can. I'm not saying that if you do all 3 of those things, you're going to be rich, but I can tell you what, there are a ton of attorneys who don't do that, who violate those 3 basic rules, and they are not doing anywhere near as well as people who follow that advice. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you later.